877-937-1047 is the phone number. You can jump on there with us anytime. You know, I've lived in the same house now for about 15 years. And you know how I've had a couple of floods or issues, and my house in the last 2.5, 3 weeks has been repiped because we had a pipe problem, right? And my house was just chopped up like Swiss cheese, right? There's holes in the walls. I mean, it was just a nightmare, right? And dealing with this heat, and we have 6 dogs. So it's just been a nightmare. And now my house is almost done, and it almost looks brand new. It's so weird. It's like, I didn't really know what drywall was until I always heard the term drywall, but then I saw drywall, and I was like, that's really cool. You just put this over this hole, and then it's like brand new wall.
Put a little paint on there, you're good to go.
So it's like, my house is almost done. So that's so stated. I think I told you guys there was a period where, because my house didn't have running water, we had to go live in a hotel for a while. And then my wife couldn't take it anymore. And over July 4th weekend, she said, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. So we ended up going to Idaho, right? We were at Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And then we ended up going to this place because of the guy I rented the house from, the Airbnb from. He had a membership to this one exclusive club called Gaza Ranch. And that's where I started bumping into all these celebrities like Khloe Kardashian, right? Miles Teller, Usher. They were all there in this little area. Well, also in this area in Idaho, I didn't think I'd bump into anybody I knew, right? And I didn't. But one day I was in the gym. I was doing bicep curls next to Miles Teller.
Mm-hmm. As you do.
And I'm saying, well, you name drop. I have to, because it's part of the story. I mean, it's part of the story. And I'm trying to blend in, and I can't believe that these famous people are in here. And I see a guy that has a shirt that says Phoenix on it or something. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to try to talk to this guy. So he walks by, looks at me, he goes, hey man. I go, hey, you from Arizona? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I'm from Arizona. I go, well, me too. And he goes, I know. I'm your neighbor. I live across the street from you.
Oh my gosh. What are the chances?
And I'm like, what? He goes, so he told me his name, Tom Adelson. And I said, oh, Tom Adelson. Yeah. What's up? Now, then I felt terrible. Look, when I say this guy's my neighbor, this guy, like the house across the street from me, and then the one right to the right, like diagonal, like for 15 years.
Oh my gosh.
And I've never seen him. And I felt so terrible. Now, my wife saw him. Hey, Tom. Right? She knows him. And I had to like defend myself. I was like, listen, I get up really early. No one's awake when I leave and go to work, so I don't see you. When I come home, you're probably at work. And he's like, I get it. I'm like, no, hold on. I come home, I'm tired. I like go take a nap. You're at work. You come home maybe 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and then I'm like, I'm watching TV, so we've never really seen each other. My wife's like, I see Tom every morning. He walks his dogs. He's got headphones on. She sees him every day. So I just felt terrible that I didn't see him. The next day, I was at some other thing at the little area I was at, and I see this guy comes up and goes, hey man, what's up? I go, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, is that Tom? Because I was so concerned of defending myself.
You didn't memorize his face.
I didn't memorize his face.
Right, and he didn't have the Phoenix Sun shirt on for you to recognize him.
And then I saw him 3 or 4 more times after that, and then I was like, okay, that's Tom. So now I'm waiting for Tom to come home so I can be like, what's up, Tom? I'm going to drive around and look for him.
This is, I think, where you adopt a nickname that could fit anybody, like, what's up, sport? Something like that fits your neighbor, or if it's a complete stranger too. Either way, you're in the clear.
Well, that was a week and a half ago, and I can't stop thinking about it. You know what I mean? I just can't stop thinking. They got 15 years.
It's a long time.
Across the street from me, and I was like, oh my. And then I was talking to somebody else at the gym, and they're like, oh, you're at Gaza Ranch? I go, yeah. And they go, Tom Adelson. I go, I know.
I saw him.
No, I saw him up there. We got together. We connected.
Everybody knows Tom, but you.
He's a really nice guy. My wife knows his. I mean, I feel terrible, but that's on me, man. That's my bad. Anyway, anyone notice Kyle walking funny?
I did not.
No,
I
probably actually am, you guys. So this is actually really embarrassing. So I noticed, like getting dressed the other day, I have like a skin tag on my butt cheek. I told you it's really gross. So like right where the crease is, under where the butt is, and I was like, oh, I don't think so. No. So I ordered a Dr. Scholl's skin tag remover kit.
Okay.
And 2 days ago, you guys, I did this. Now, to do this, you basically have to take a tweezer, pull the skin tag, and freeze, like, the base of it.
Freeze it? How?
With a little Q-tip. The Q-tip goes in this cryo sprayer thing, and you pop it out, and then you have to do it. But it's in a very awkward spot. So I was like, Like, okay, how am I going to do this?
This is where you need a friend.
Okay, I did it successfully, and I was really proud of myself. But since then, what happens is the skin tag basically swells up and is really sore and sensitive until apparently it falls off. And I'm in the sore and sensitive and really swollen part. And so every time I walk, it rubs on my jeans.
Ouch.
Really sensitive.
So a skin tag is that. It's the rubbing of the jeans and the underwear that probably caused the skin tag. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well,
so that's why it's in that area.
Yeah. And now I'm hoping it, like, I don't know, comes full circle and the jeans rub it off because it's getting off of there.
Hey, so when you buy the Dr. Scholl's thing, how much is that? Because it sounds like...
I got it at Walmart. I think it was like $15.99 for 8 treatments.
And it has
that's
an 8...
nice.
It has the frozen thing? That's cool.
Yeah.
How many
it's like
treatments?
just a little tiny spray. It almost looks like a little travel-sized bottle of hairspray.
You should have brought it in here. We could have done that for you.
Yeah, we were friends.
Didn't you
How many
just,
treatments
I
do you
didn't
need
let
to
my
do?
husband do that. Supposedly, it comes off in one, but then if it doesn't, then you have to do it again, and you can do it up to 4 times. So I'm just crossing my fingers that I got it the first time.
Well, it's weird, too, because you just had your skin checked like 2 weeks
I
ago.
know.
Did they miss that?
Yeah, no.
Fire them.
Because technically, they don't like have to take those off. You have to ask.
Oh.
And I forgot about that one. So, and it's probably better because like that would just be extra embarrassing anyways. Like
So it
it's
hasn't
on my
fallen off.
butt.
It hasn't fallen off yet.
No.
But it's on your butt. Like if you were wearing a bathing suit here, could we see it?
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh my God, look
Yeah,
at this skin
because
tag on Kyle's
you know how like at the bottom of your butt where there's like the little crease, the little smile?
Sure. The smile.
It's
That's
in
fun.
the smile.
Hey, maybe that's that BBL you've always wanted. You need to put, right? It made your butt swollen.
Didn't make my butt
Kyle's
swollen.
left butt cheek.
Gross. So gross.
BBL, Drizzy.
We pray for
Sorry
your
if you're eating
speedy
breakfast.
recovery.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Thank
hope
you.
for you.
So kind of you.
So when you walk, you're kind of limping a little bit? Boom,
Just like trying to not.
Now you just got to be, sorry, I'm limping, skin tag. Skin
Well,
tag.
last night I was sitting down at dinner and I was wearing sweats and I got up and I could feel the skin from the skin tag stick to the sweat and it was pulling.
Ow, that's the worst, though. I can relate to that. Like when you have like a scab or something, that hurts.
Yeah.
A scab on your butt?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or scab anywhere.
Be thinking of me today, guys.
All right. Let's throw a prayer out for Kyle's butt. Can we? Thank you. There you go, Kyle. Kyle, what are 3 things we need to know?
President Biden held a press conference last night. The very first question he fielded was if he's still fit to remain a candidate. Now, in his answer, he argued he's obviously the most qualified person to beat Donald Trump because he already beat him once. But he made an unfortunate flub when it came time to address if Vice President Kamala Harris could step in or not.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she's not qualified to be president. So let's start there.
I don't know if you guys have seen the memes of Vice President Trump.
No. Oh, yeah. They combine her face and his face.
Really shaking things up there in that
The internet
campaign.
is undefeated.
You know what? I've never watched a press conference before, but I just so happened. I went to Hulu to watch something, and it said the presidential thing live. I'm, let me see it. And I watched it, and I was fascinated by it. And it got to a point where you start, in my head, you start making excuses. You know what I mean? Like, well, he's old, he's whatever. And then you're like, oh, well, he did an okay job. And you're like, I shouldn't have to feel that way about the president of the United States.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think a sentiment from a lot of people was like he did a great job, and that's too bad because everyone's talking about how he made that flub, and then he also introduced.
Putin.
Yeah, he introduced
Zelensky's
Putin
Putin.
when he was actually introducing Ukraine's president Zelensky. So yeah, it's weird times right now, you guys. It's weird times.
It's so, and then it's like whenever he's talking and he's making a speech, then he'll go, but that's beside the point. Or he'll be like, anyways, like he forgets what he's saying, so his go-to words are anyways are beside the point.
Just move on.
Yeah, it was wild.
Take the window and move on, right? Etsy, you guys, they will no longer allow adult toys or accessories to be sold on their website, even items that may display like sexually charged slogans like daddy or mommy. If it's in a way where you could take it as like spicy, they won't sell it anymore. Their trust and safety team said the policy has been amended just to keep the users safe. And vendors have called the solution lazy and a crushing disappointment because now their businesses cannot run on there.
Right. And that's such a bummer, too, because it's like people go to Etsy for their customized stuff because they probably don't have their Cricut or whatever it is at home.
Yeah, but this is a sex toy.
No, she's like
You
talking
can
about like
get- you
hats
can-
or merch
it's
or
like
anything.
sex toys and sex merch and anything that has to deal with sexual things. It won't
Just
be able to be
Get
sold.
them at a garage sale.
Gross. What do you guys do when you're bored? I personally aimlessly scroll on, like, I'll go to TikTok, and then I'll get bored on TikTok, and I'll go to Instagram, and then I'll be like, you know what, I'm just going to look at old pictures of mine and just, go back and forth. They call this digital switching, and you do this if you have the desire to escape boredom. But they did a study on it, and they said that it backfires because it actually leads to increased boredom. They're like, listen, it also makes your viewing experience less satisfying, less engaging, and less meaningful. So if you're bored, they say try to do something productive, and that will actually help relieve the boredom other than just aimlessly scrolling. It's hard not to do, but it's really not.
It's
The
really
best
hard to
time.
just sit there, don't you think? Just to sit there?
I don't. Here's what I was going to say is I think that it's okay and it goes by fast if you're at the airport and need to wait for a flight. Then it's you can scroll around that stuff, and before you know it, an hour goes by like that. And you're like, whereas you do it at home, you're like, oh my God, I just wasted 2 hours sitting on the couch
Seriously.
scrolling. Right.
Yeah.
But at the airport, you're like, oh, okay, I can kill an hour, just scroll.
Everywhere else but the airport, do something productive.
Right.
And that's 3 things you need to know.
It's Johnjay and Rich, the vibe, Payton, for your horoscopes.
The ESPYs was last night, so I'm going to tell you which sport is the best for you based on your zodiac sign. If it's your birthday today, you are a Cancer, and you share a birthday with civil rights leader Malala.
877-937-1047. Good morning, David. What's your sign?
Taurus.
All right, Taurans, you guys enjoy the finer things in life, and you prefer a sport that is slow-paced, allowing you to really take in the scenery. So golf is perfect for you to indulge in some luxury and some relaxation and maybe some spicy bevs.
All right, perfect. Just started golf a couple years ago, so I like it.
Fitting.
All right.
Good luck, brother.
Well, have a nice day.
You too. Jody, what's your sign?
Cancer.
Cancer. Okay, Cancers, we're in Cancer season right now, and you guys are water signs, and you really do feel at home in the water. Swimming provides you guys with comfort and serenity that you guys crave, plus you can escape into your old world if you want to play mermaids or something.
Sounds fantastic. I paddleboard.
Yes. Oh, look at that. I'm on point today.
I would
Yeah,
have
man,
thought that
you're
would have
on
been
fire.
Pisces with the whole water thing.
No.
We're not strong swimmers.
So, okay, but you're fish. You're fish.
You just wait till
Okay.
we get to Pisces.
Okay.
Thanks, Jody. Have a great day.
You too, thanks.
Paula, what's your sign? Good morning.
Oh, good morning. I am an Aries, just like your beautiful wife, Blake.
Aries, you guys are my hotheads. You guys are fierce. You're competitive and you love to win. Plus, you guys enjoy a good challenge. So what's more challenging than a match where you get to punch someone in the face? Boxing. That's the one for you guys.
Oh, wow. Boxing.
Yeah.
All right.
Get in the ring like Creed or something.
That doesn't sound like my wife
I
at all.
was going to say I can't picture
Doesn't sound
Johnjay's
like me
wife.
either. But have a good day, guys.
You
You too, Paula.
My Aries bestie is a fighter.
Oh, really? How about for Rich the Pisces then? Let's find out.
Rich, the Pisces. Pisces, you guys are dreaming and you do have a deep connection with water. Kyle was right. Surfing lets you guys merge with the ocean's rhythm, ride the waves, and you get to embody a free spirit. So go catch some waves, Rich.
Yeah, I would die in seconds.
I would love to see Rich attempt surfing. He almost drowned in my pool.
You gotta be really athletic to surf. So
Yeah, I don't know if that's for me, but I like the idea of it.
I was on the surf team in high school. Thank you.
it's impressive.
How about for Libra, for Kyle?
Kyle, for you, Libras, you guys appreciate beauty and balance. Figure skating, it combines grace, elegance, the thrill of competition, all of which appeal to a Libra sense of harmony.
Topic. It's like one of my favorite things to watch in the Olympics, really.
I could
The
see you
figure
being an
skating.
ice skater, because you're so long and
bendy.
flexible. The way she'd be like, like doing that. Very cool. Very cool. All right, we got. If we need to get to your sign there, I'll post on our website, johnjayanrich.com. About 20 minutes from now, we got Stacks and Hacks, and I have some information in Stacks and Hacks about fast food restaurants, certain fast food restaurants. So I thought, hey, you know what? It's Friday. I got a game for you.
It's Friday and Johnjay's got a game for you.
The following trivia is either fast food fact or fast food fiction is your answer. Got it? Fast
Got
food
it.
fact, fast food fiction. Payton, Taco Bell was founded by a man named Glenn Bell.
Fact.
That is a
Fast food
fact. That is a fact. My dad knew him. My dad worked for Taco Bell.
He
I was a
knew
kid.
the original
He
Taco
knew.
Bell?
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
That's a good...
And then Mr. Bell sold the chain to Pepsi in 1978, and it grew to 868 restaurants.
Oh, wow.
Kyle, the McDonald's brothers are credited as being the founders of the McDonald's chain as we know it today.
McDonald's brothers. No, fiction.
That is fiction. Fast food fiction. And Maurice and Richard McDonald created the first McDonald's, but Ray Kroc is the one that turned it what it is today. Rich, Grimace is a male.
Oh. Grimace, I feel, has some male energy. I'm going to say fast food fact.
Despite Grimace being a male, he was portrayed by female actors. But yes, Grimace is a male. So
Fast
you're
food
Makes
right.
sense
fact.
on why he has BDE. That checks out.
He does.
Gross.
Payton, Burger King earned its name as a fast food company because their burgers were the favorite burgers of the King of Canada.
That is fact.
That is fiction. I don't think there's a King of Canada.
Oh, there should be.
Kyle, Kentucky Fried Chicken's recipe of 63 herbs and spices is closely guarded as a trade secret.
Fact.
Fiction. It's 11 herbs and spices.
Oh, I knew there was a number. I
Think again.
thought you were going to trick me with that.
Payton, Domino's Pizza discontinued its 30-minute or less guarantee due to safety concerns. It now guarantees pizza in 24 hours or less.
Fiction. Fast food fiction.
It is fiction. They did discontinue the 30 minutes or less, but not because of that. Rich. In-N-Out Burger has a secret menu that is well known among fans. It includes items like animal-style fries and burgers.
Fast food fact.
Fact.
Have you guys heard about the Flying Dutchman yet?
Is that the
What's
chicken?
that?
Oh my gosh, no. The Flying Dutchman is when you take 2 whole grilled onions, you have the burgers in the middle, and you take the In-N-Out sauce, and then you take the chilies. It is so bomb.
Oh my God, it sounds so
But
fantastic.
the onions are like the bun, right?
Yeah, the onions are the buns.
It's a lot of onions.
It is, but it's so good.
I've had it with tomatoes instead of onions. As the
yeah.
tomatoes as the buns.
Like
Yeah.
protein style
Yeah,
type
yeah.
thing.
And that's my game, you guys. A little fast food. I'll have more Monday.
It's Friday and Johnjay's got a game for you.
It's time for Stacks and Hacks, probably the most popular segment on this radio show. A new survey asked people about their ideal summer, and they found out that on average, people hope to get in the water 11 times every summer. A perfect summer includes 11 scoops of ice cream and 8 sunrises.
You start with ice cream. You got me.
Balenciaga. Did you hear this? This is so crazy, man. Balenciaga is selling a fake festival wristband called the Raver Used Bracelet. It's $3,800. It's made to look tattered, like you've been wearing it for years. There's also a non-tattered version for $4,900 for those bracelets. You know what I'm
That's
talking
so dumb.
Yeah.
Also, they're canceled.
about? Guy in Virginia got arrested after he went to an open house. Decided he liked the place. You do that. You go into a house that's for sale. You go, this place is great. And he decided to move in without buying it. Overworked Gen Zers, and millennials are apparently shunning vacations and staycations for what they're calling sleepcations. I don't know what it is, but it sounds fantastic. A wild United Airlines passenger. Did you guys see this yesterday? She was wearing a Scarface shirt. She flipped out so hard on the plane, she bit a chunk of the flight attendant's uniform.
Good God.
The passenger was restrained and later arrested. You guys see that video at all?
Yeah,
I didn't see
did.
the video.
Well, you're lucky because I happen to have audio of the woman going nuts. You did see it, Payton?
Yeah, I saw it.
What'd you think?
That she was tripping. I just don't understand why people would want to revoke their flight privileges like that.
Right? And I'll check this out.
She's wildin'. Nah.
Don't come to this airline. These people have an attitude problem. They don't do their job. They're handcuffing me. Why are you handcuffing me? Why?
And then she bit the person.
Why can't people just fly anymore without freaking out? What's going on?
A new poll asked people about 20 insects and asked them to rank them based on how much they like them. Butterflies came in at number 1.
Ladybugs up there?
I don't know. I don't know if ladybugs, but the most hated bug. What do you think?
Mosquito,
number 1, followed by cockroaches.
Yeah.
We were talking about the president's speech yesterday, and I heard this on the radio today, all over the place, actually, that Barack Obama apparently knew all about George Clooney's article that he wrote, and they're saying that Barack Obama wants Biden to step down, and he's working on stuff to have him step down. Now I saw it in the entertainment news, too. Donald Trump slammed Clooney and says he needs to stay out of politics and go back to TV.
I saw that too.
You saw that
That
too?
was like a couple days ago, I think.
Did you see Obama, though, when he met all the American basketball players?
No, I saw the video of Obama getting sang to by that TikToker who sings to all the celebrities, though, in like a terrible tone.
Oh, I haven't seen that. But when he saw the USA basketball team, It is such a cool video, the way he says hi to everybody.
And he high-fives him. It just looks cool.
He high-fives, like LeBron, he's like whatever, and then he goes to like the white people and just shakes their hand.
Just like tapping everybody up.
Yeah. Rich, what do you got for life hacks?
Okay, so I know people are busy getting their travel plans together, and I have found this life hack that is really good. I almost think you are getting the exclusive by hearing it on this show because it just started this summer. So you've heard about buying airplane tickets and keeping your browser in private mode because the more travel sites you visit, your plane tickets get more expensive and more expensive. But here's a fun hack that just started in June. Did you know that if you buy your airplane tickets in the middle of the night, they are way cheaper? So between 1 and 4 a.m., starting like at around June, this started and it's still going on. They're like 5 to 10% cheaper if you buy them in the middle of the night. So when you travel, plan, set your alarm, or you can just stay up and have a couple of drinky poos and then order your flights then in the middle of the night. That hack can be found on JohnJayandRich.com.
So I just said some of the things that are coming up on the show, right? We're going to get into this, we're going to get into that. One of the things I said was like, we're going to get into the craziest thing you've seen while driving. And there's a reason. I have this list of the top driving distractions that can cause a crash. So I thought it'd be fun to see, what's some of the craziest things you've ever seen while driving. And then Lord and behold, Michael calls in. Michael in surprise. What's up? You're on the air.
Hey, guys. So I called in, of course, for the segment you're talking about. But me and my mom a couple of years ago were in a little town called Council Bluffs in Iowa. And we pulled to a red light, middle of the afternoon, nothing crazy. And the gentleman next to us was lighting up a crack pipe. He had like one leg up on the seat, and he had the crack pipe in one hand and the lighter in the other, and he was just going to town.
Wow.
Okay. That's a pretty crazy thing to see. Well, Michael, thanks for calling in, and thank you for listening. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Of course. Have a good one, guys.
You too. Now, we're going to get into that probably about 25 minutes or now. So get ready when we say, what's the craziest thing you've seen someone do while driving? Kyle, I was just talking to Payton during the Post Malone song about working out. And I was like, I wonder what's up with Kyle and her workout app.
Yeah.
And then you got to hear Payton's situation, which is kind of funny.
Okay. Well, I told you guys a while ago, I got sucked into one of like the Instagram influencers. Fitness program.
Oh, yes.
And it's working out at home, something that I've never really been able to do. But I just decided, like, working out at gym hasn't been working for me because they don't have the times that I want. So I just need to suck it up and do it. Like, I really don't have any excuses. So I let the kids do their quiet time. I do my workout. And so far, I've like been pretty proud of myself because, we took 4th of July week and we went on vacation and I didn't do anything that. And normally that would be my excuse to just never work out again. But I did this week. I got back into it right away. I stayed with the habits. I was really like, okay, this is pretty amazing. I'm so good. Well, normally, like I said, the kids do their quiet time and I do my workout. However, this week has been an extra challenge because for some reason, they think it's really funny to like, while I'm working out, come and like punch my butt or come and move the weights or come and like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love you so much, but right now I hate you.
You know what you got to do? You got to ever see those videos like where a woman's trying to work out and the dog like crawls up and messes with her?
Yeah.
You should set up your phone and then you could tape the kids when you're trying to do it. Because that'd be funny to see them like bother you when you're trying to work out.
I know. And they're like running around.
Sabotaging your fitness.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys don't know how much self-discipline this is taking me right now to do this.
I know. That's so crazy.
That's pretty impressive that you're getting after it, though. That's awesome.
I'm trying, but we'll see what happens.
I got home a week ago from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where I told you guys since my pipes broke in my house, I've gained 19 pounds. And I weighed myself this morning. I've lost 9 of the 19 pounds.
Wow.
So I'm up 10 pounds.
Pretty amazing.
But the 10 pounds is like, someone said, my trainer's like, it's water weight. I'm like, okay, but the rest I don't think is water weight because I keep sitting in the sauna, sweating out the water weight. I'm 10 pounds up every summer. 10 pounds up. Terrible. What about you, Payton? What's your workout thing?
Well, I kind of took a page out of Kyle's book and decided to start doing some like at-home workout kind of stuff. But Johnjay actually like put me on to reset what he does, like with the cryotherapy and that kind of stuff. So I was like,
cryotherapy.
Cryotherapy.
Chirotherapy is a chiropractor that works on your back in the cold room.
I don't know how to pronounce things. But I was like, I feel like I need more like intense workouts in order to like reap the benefits of those amazing things, right? And so my best friend Kelsey, I hit her up because she's on like her workout thing. She looks so good. Like she is toned, booty is popping, like she looks fire. So she's going to be going to reset with me too. So I was like, I'll go to a workout with you. And she has been waiting on me to go to work out with her for like probably like the last year. And I keep telling her no because I don't have like the motivation to do it. You guys, she told me that she works out for 2 hours at minimum.
What?
Every day.
That's too long.
That's a lot.
Too long.
At minimum. I texted her back. I said, Kelsey, we both played played basketball in college, and we didn't even work out for 2 hours in college. Like, what is wrong with you?
Is she competing in something or
No.
like?
She's just working on herself. She's single. She doesn't have no man. She's not drinking. She's not
She have
doing
a job?
any of that.
She have a job?
Yeah, she has a job. She's just a badass.
Good for her. That's like, I'm jealous. I wish I could dedicate that.
2 hours
So,
minimum.
Are
I
you
said,
to go to see what it's like?
I told her I would maybe do one workout, so we're going to do that on Sunday. And then I told her that I would go to the last hour of her other workouts because I'm not doing that for 2 hours. I got things to do.
Wait, so she's doing a 2-hour workout at the gym by herself?
By herself, no trainer, on her own. I'm like, do you know how much confidence that takes to go into a gym and lift weights by yourself as a girl? What?
Okay,
Yeah.
but is she doing that and then she's on her phone and she's doing TikToks and she's talking to people and it's a total of 2 hours?
No, she says that like like when she'll take a couple water breaks and like do some cardio in between her breaks, but she is working out and moving her body for 2 hours minimum. Minimum.
Jeez, I can do
That's
10
next
minutes.
level.
That's like a whole week and a half's worth of stuff.
I mean, like if you go to like a Lifetime or any of those places where they have a trainer, you buy, hey, I want to work out. Here's 10 sessions. They're like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's like enough to get you through life.
With stretching.
Yeah.
But she's like the happiest that she's ever been. Her body looks great. Like she's thriving. So I'm sure that probably has a lot to do with it too, routine and whatnot. But it can't be me.
Okay, so you're going to do it Sunday.
I'll do
so
it on Sunday.
Monday,
Oh
you
my
should
gosh.
be walking and hurting.
Totally sore.
Yeah. Pray for me.
That'd be great. You should get some video too, so we can post it. Talk about.
course.
This is why it hurts when you walk because you saw this. Speaking of working out, have any of you guys watched the new show that dropped on Netflix called Receivers?
No.
Oh, I just saw
No.
the preview.
Yeah, I just saw the preview this morning, but I opted to start a family affair.
Oh, well, the Receiver
I was
show.
like, wait, you did what, Kyle?
The TV. She's talking about the movie you saw with Zac Efron.
Yeah.
But the show Receivers. I'm halfway through the first episode, and it's really, really good. It's the same people that did the quarterback show, but it's with receivers. And I don't know any of these receivers' names, really. Actually, I do. One guy, the Debo guy, and then the Kittle guy. But there's another guy that plays for Detroit. And his story is so interesting because his dad was a Mr. Universe, a 2-time Mr. Universe, right? So that's like a bodybuilding guy. And they have all these videos of when the guy was young. He was like 7, 8, the kid. And the dad is filming him saying, okay, you're going to be in the NFL, right? Okay, we're going to train. He's 8 and he has him training. And meanwhile, he's now drafted. He's now with the Detroit. What team is that?
Lions.
Yeah. And it's so interesting that he still writes his goals down because his dad made him write his goals down. And he does this whole thing about goals, what position he wants to play. And he knows what position he was drafted. Let's say he was drafted 17th in the second round or something like that. He looks in the camera and he can tell you every single person that was drafted before him. And
driven.
He has their names written down on a piece of paper and he reads them every day before he goes to practice.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
going to do fine.
Oh, he's already, like, I think they're following him because I think he's probably really good. I don't know much about football or sports.
Sure.
Or athletics.
And that Sprint show is really good, too.
Sprint's really
You
great.
turned me on to that. I started watching that. I think I'm 2 episodes in.
But it's not even the top 10 anymore. I'm like
isn't?
done.
It's so good.
To finish it.
Like Family Affair is number 2 movie,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So you like Sprint? It's good.
I think it's really good. And with the Olympics coming up, now I'm totally ready to watch track because now I need to follow those stories. They're also they are like hauling butt. It's so cool to watch.
Did you finish A Family Affair?
No, I think I have like 20 minutes left because this morning I actually finished Supercell.
Okay.
And I'm really upset. Like, I need the season 2 immediately.
It's that
they leave
good?
you on a total. No, it's really good, but like they just leave you on this cliffhanger.
I hate that.
And I'm like, I need answers. I needed stuff wrapped up here, and it's not.
That's funny when you watch shows like that because my son Dutch watched this show. I can't remember what show he's talking about. Oh, it was The Boys because he just started watching all The Boys, right? And there was a cliffhanger on season 2 to season 3. That was a crazy cliffhanger. And he goes, Dad, how about that one part in The Boys? I go, oh, yeah, and he got to wait to hold the cliffhanger. He's like, cliffhanger? Because he went right to the next episode. I was like, that was a whole year you had to wait to get the answer to that.
Yeah, and so now I don't even know if they're doing a season 2 or if it's probably coming out in 3 years, and I'll forget I watched it.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be like, Supercell season 2's that. You'll be like, huh?
What, Joe?
If you want to know about the craziest thing you've seen while driving, 877-937-1047. And there's a reason I saw this list about the top driving distractions that cause a crash. And I don't think any of you will get what number one is at all. And I'll get to that in a second. First, 877-937-1047. What's the craziest thing you ever seen someone do while they're driving? Good morning, Priscilla.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hey, Johnjay.
What's the craziest thing you saw someone do while they were driving?
Actually watching TV.
Driving and watching TV.
Yeah, they had it mounted, their phone mounted on their dashboard, and they were watching TV, like a full-on episode of something.
Was it a blonde person? Was she blonde? Was she driving an electric car?
Guilty.
No, it was a nice car, and the setup was really cool, but through the the tint in the windows, you could see that they were full-on watching TV.
That's a fun game to play.
I wanted to honk, but I didn't want to get them nervous where they would swerve into my lane, so I left it.
When you're driving, you see that. Don't you want to feel like you're so cool that you can figure out what they're watching? I've seen somebody watching Only Murders in the Building. I'm like, got it. There's a point for me.
I've seen that, but only when there's kids in the backseat watching the drop down.
Sure.
And I'd be like, usually it's a cartoon. Very good.
No, and I've seen that too, but no, this was the actual driver while driving.
That's crazy.
I'm like, wow. Forget the makeup,
right?
Because women put makeup on all the time, but I just thought, I wonder what the show was, and I kept trying to focus to see what it was, and I thought, I wonder if it's something new.
Meanwhile, you get into a car accident because you're trying to watch what they're watching.
Right. Exactly.
Well, Priscilla, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for calling in.
Big fans. I'm a big fan. Thank you, guys. Y'all are wonderful. Have a great day.
You too. Nicole, what's the strangest or craziest thing you've seen someone do while driving?
Well, I was on the freeway on my way to work, and this gentleman was in front of me, and he was going really slow, and I couldn't figure out what the hell he was doing. So I went to go around him, and I looked over, and he's reading the newspaper. He literally has it completely unfolded across his steering wheel. He was reading a sports
That's amazing.
section.
I didn't know anybody even got the paper
I
anymore.
know, right?
When's the last time you've even seen a paper?
That's very cool, Nicole.
When he was driving with the newspaper.
Like unfolded.
Right.
So big.
It was completely laid out across the steering wheel. It was hilarious.
That's so insane.
How's he
So
even steering?
dangerous. I know. Well, thanks, Nicole. Have a great day. Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome. Bye.
I don't think you guys will get what number one is. These are the top 9 driving distractions that can cause a crash. By the way, one time I saw a driver, he was driving and he had drumsticks and he was playing the drums on his steering wheel while he was driving.
I love that guy. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Anyway, I don't think you'll get. Take a guess what number one is. What do you think is the number one driving distraction?
A sneeze.
No, but that's good.
Hard to drive when you sneeze.
You ever sneeze with a mouthful of nuts?
No.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I was obsessed with almonds for a while. And I was driving one time, I had to sneeze, and it went all over my windshield, all over my steering wheel, and it's chunks of almonds. So gross.
I would say taking a drink out of a big cup would be distracting.
Eating and driving is number 7. Pets are number 9. That's why it's good to restrain dogs. Whenever I pick up my dogs from the babysitter and I get all 6 of them in the car, they're crawling all over me. Very dangerous. Messing with things like air conditioning or the radio. I got into a car accident one time. I was driving, going on an on-ramp, and I was trying to change the station on the radio, and I went off the bridge.
Oh, my gosh. That's scary.
I know. Eating and driving is number 7. Number 6 distraction is other passengers.
Yep.
Especially dangerous with teen drivers and their friends. I get so sick to my stomach when I know my sons are driving somewhere. I just get sick. I just pray. Reaching for stuff like something in the back seat.
Oh, yeah.
I've been driving before on my phone. You step on the brake and your phone falls off your lap and goes down by the gas pedal. Be like, I'll get it later. And then I start going, what if it gets stuck with the gas pedal and it freight pushes it down and I crash the car in front of me? So I try to drive and get it, and it's so I wish at those times where I wish I had long arms like Kyle.
You just use your feet.
Yeah, but
Travel with your feet.
I know, you have special toes.
You're a medical wonder, Kyle.
Abusing substances, obviously. And lack of sleep also is up there. Looking for stuff outside your vehicle. Billboards apparently cause quite a few accidents.
Really?
That's number 3 on the list.
Wow.
I'm guilty of that. Every time I'm in the car with Kadeem, he's like, please stop looking at everything but the road. I'm like, okay.
Dang.
Do you know my truck that I have has a camera that looks at you to see if you're watching the road, and if you're not. Like if I take a drink of something, or if I'm trying to, find a podcast, it'll warn me on the dashboard, like, keep your hands on the wheel and watch the road. It'll tell you if your eyes are on the road.
Dang.
Isn't that crazy?
I'd be like, zip it, car. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I mean, it does it, like, occasionally, not all the time, but it'll call you out.
Okay, so I haven't said the top 2 driving distractions, right? And I think out of the top 2, I think you're going to absolutely guess one of them. Take it. Come on. You
Makeup?
guys.
Texting.
What?
Makeup?
No. Rich?
Texting.
Yes.
Oh.
Cell phones. That includes texting, especially stuff with GPS.
Yeah.
Right? Totally. But you still haven't got number 1. Number 1 driving distraction that can cause a crash. This is number 1. This happens all over the country. It's the number 1 driving distraction. I would have bet $1 million it was texting and driving. It's not it.
When you hear number 1, is it obvious? Like, oh, why didn't we think of that? Or is it like,
I think
really?
so. I think so. Especially when I give you an example, I think you'll go, that's happened to me before. Like, you ever get home and you don't know how you got home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're on the phone
daydreaming.
talking.
Daydreaming.
Daydreaming is it, huh?
Yeah.
Daydreaming. You're bored and you're just not paying attention. I can't tell you, sometimes it's just like, whoa, I'm home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah. That's number 1, dog. So I guess last night were the ESPY Awards. I had no idea.
That's right.
And Serena Williams, she kind of did some funny stuff.
She hosted, yeah. So she had like a long monologue, and in it, I love it. She actually ended up trolling Drake.
And if I've learned anything this year, it's that none of us should ever pick a fight with Kendrick Lamar.
They not like us. They not like us.
We will make your hometown not like you. The next time Drake sits courtside at a Raptors game, they're gonna Forrest Gump him. Sight's taken.
They not like us. They not like us.
Oh, sorry, Drake.
Was Drake there?
No, but I really liked that because when they started playing They Not Like Us, she started crip walking, which I thought was pretty cool. And then also, Serena Williams and Drake used to date a little bit back in the day.
Oh, really?
So she was throwing jabs at him, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Drake stepped out on her.
Do you ever see Drake hosted the ESPYs one year? And I remember they did this great bit. Remember him and Chris Brown hated each other and did a whole bit with him, Chris Brown, Rihanna. Like, it was unbelievable. So I was going to say maybe they got Drake's approval, but probably not.
Probably not. I think she was throwing daggers at him.
Right.
What'd you say about Taylor Swift?
So Patrick Mahomes actually won Best NFL Player, and she brought up, she's like, congratulations to the Chiefs.
This year, Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift's boyfriend won a Super Bowl.
Poor Travis Kelce, that's all you're going to be now is just Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
It's a good line.
Yeah, he should embrace it, though.
Yeah,
you
I'm sure
are
he
Taylor
does.
Swift's boyfriend.
I'm sure he does. He should be proud of it.
What else is going on with him?
With Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
So he actually is he was on the set the other day of a new TV show called Grotesquerie. So he's getting his acting chops in. And he also just teamed up with Christian McCaffrey for an ad for Lowe's. I don't know what it's going to be, but he's making his money, and he's expanding his resume and he's getting out there. So good for him.
Gypsy Rose. Explain this to me. Does Kim Kardashian have an interview show?
I don't even know how it happened. I really seriously don't. But Kim Kardashian interviewed Gypsy Rose. She's trying to be a lawyer. So she was like, I've looked at a lot of cases and I just feel like yours is one where you could, coming out on the other end of things, make a big difference. And so she started asking her all these questions. And then, one of them was like, hey, do you ever regret things and how they went down?
The one thing that people always ask me is, why didn't you just stand up? Why didn't you just
call the police?
Call the police and this, that, and the other.
And did you tell your dad?
I didn't, because I didn't even know his phone number. Now, looking back on it, I'm like, I could have done things a lot differently, and it would have ended with my mother being in prison.
Mm-hmm.
That's so then does Kim Kardashian look at the camera and go, we'll be right back? Does she have, what is this from?
Well, it was because she was she wants to have Gypsy Rose help her with social reform.
Yeah, she's shown interest in Gypsy Rose. I just find that whole thing so interesting.
It's weird.
The Gypsy Rose case and everything like that, because she could have stood up and did that, but also this was a young girl being abused by her mother.
And she sounds like she's trapped still in that. She still sounds like a kid. The
she
trauma
is. She served
has
her time
forever being a 12-year-old brain, right? That trauma's frozen her.
What, Grant, you got inside scoop?
Yeah, so this was on the most recent episode of the Kardashians. They showed it. Yeah, it was on. It was on Hulu.
Oh,
and it's weird because the Gypsy Rose Blanchard thing is a Hulu thing. So there's kind of this weird.
My sister told me none of that is. That's all. Everything like that is set up.
Okay, it seemed very set up because they're in a hotel room and it's very produced.
And there's a Gypsy Rose Blanchard documentary, or
the act.
Yeah,
I remember that came out a couple years ago.
And then there's the documentary as well, but
And
all Hulu
that
partnership.
Is why I don't watch Hulu.
I think Hulu's got some serious potential. They got some good shows lately, but I don't like, once you know how on Netflix, you X out of the app, and then when you turn back on the app, it'll go, here, continue watching.
Yes.
I can't find that on Hulu.
It's down a couple, like you have to go down like 3 or 4. It's really annoying.
It's frustrating. Yeah. Anyway, Kesha, does Kesha have a kid?
Kesha? No.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I saw something about her having a kid. And she talked about it in her TED Talk. I don't know. What she had a TED Talk, first of all.
She did talk about in her TED Talk songwriting and how, like, it's just helped her through all the hardships that she's gone through. And we all know that drama that she, like, ensued. And I, like, love Kesha music. So I feel like we need more of it. But instead, she's doing TED Talks and trying to help people find their way of what they can, like, use in their life productively to get through hardships.
Oh, way to go, Kesha.
Inspiring people.
Now, what about, we were talking about Ariana Grande.
Okay. This is the most bizarre thing, and it kind of blew up on TikTok after there was a TikToker that said, am I the only one that was today years old when you found out that apparently a house that Ariana Grande sold in 2013, police found evidence of human remains and evidence of cannibalism. And so she's like, was I the only one that didn't know Ariana Grande was a cannibalist? And apparently it started like getting some heat all the way to the point where apparently Ariana Grande's brother Frankie saw this and he like posted, he's like, ha ha ha, this is like the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen, like totally untrue and probably the lowest that anyone's ever gone, like reaching new depths. He's like, listen, I know my sister's been eating the girls up for years, but this is a bit extreme. Besides, she's vegan.
I
See you on tour.
I wonder if people are doing that and pulling that from her Jeffrey Dahmer comment. Because she said that if she could have dinner with someone dead or alive, who would it be? Jeffrey Dahmer. So then they're trying to...
Maybe. Anyway, her brother says it's not true.
We're going to play a game right now, 877-937-1047. We're going to play the Summer Blockbuster Movie Line game. Richard is the host. Richard, we already have a contestant, okay? I believe it is Linda. Hello, Linda in Glendale.
Yes, good morning, Johnjay. How are you?
Good. Ready to play a game?
I hope so.
Let's go, Summer Mumble game.
That's right. We ask you movie questions. You answer them. You get them right. You get a point. We start with you, Johnjay. Iron Man was the movie that sort of officially kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
True.
What year did that movie come out?
2007.
Close. 2008. Sorry, no point for you. What is the name, Kyle, of the fictional kingdom where Frozen takes place?
Arendelle.
Arendelle is correct for the point.
It's Avondale.
Same thing. A little hotter this time of year, but still frozen. All right, over to you, Payton. What movie sequel streaming now on Netflix stars Eddie Murphy as Detective Alex Foley?
Beverly Hills Cop.
There you go for the point.
Axel Foley, host.
Yes, for the
not Alex.
What did I say, Alex?
Alex Foley is his brother.
I have a new thing. Dyslexia, just kicking in right now, just today. Okay, over to you, Linda.
You're like Trump. No, I'm sorry, Biden. He's the one that got it wrong.
I'm like Vice President Trump. All right, The Hurricane, Creed, and Cinderella Man are all movies about what sport, Linda? Creed, The Hurricane, and Cinderella Man are all movies about what sport?
Boxing.
Boxing is correct.
Nice job, Linda.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's have a little fun here with some audio. So these audio lines are considered to be some of the most funny lines in movies over the past 15 years. So I'll play said funny line from a movie, and you just tell me the movie from which it comes. Johnjay, we start with you.
I like to picture Jesus in a tuxedo T-shirt because it says, like, I want to be formal, but I'm here to party, too. Because I like to party, so I like my Jesus to party.
I think that's Talladega Nights.
That is correct. Okay, Kyle, over to you.
The public is in danger!
My evening's in danger!
You tell me when I saw this woman! We are talking about the greater good!
Greater good? I am your wife! I'm the greatest good you are ever gonna get!
Come on, Kyle. You
Zootopia?
Payton for the steal.
Oh, no. Payton for the steal.
Incredibles, and that was Frozone.
There you go. Frozone and his wife.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I am the greatest good you will ever have.
Over to you, Payton. This one's yours.
You're not really wearing that, are you?
Wearing what?
The man purse.
It's where I keep all my things. Get a lot of compliments on this. Plus, it's not a man purse. It's called a satchel. Indiana Jones wears one.
I'm going to say 21 Jump
Kyle.
Street.
No, Kyle for steal.
Hangover.
Ah.
Ooh.
Got you back. I got you back.
You
did. You got me back.
Man, look at this. Okay, Linda, over to you.
Okay. She thinks I'm a fascist. I don't control the railways or the flow of commerce.
Oh, no. What was that?
Yeah, you were kind of chatting a little bit. Let me let you hear it again.
She thinks I'm a fascist. I don't control the railways or the flow of commerce.
I don't know. No, I don't have that one.
Ooh, anybody want to help her out? Yeah.
Bridesmaids?
No, looking for Barbie. Barbie. All right. Last and final round here, Johnjay. We call this main character energy. I name the main character. You just name the movie. Jack Skellington.
A Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yep.
Correct. Kyle Unfuck. Katniss Everdeen.
Oh my gosh, Hunger Games.
Oh.
Correct. Payton Whitmore. Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt? Pass.
Well,
Steal it from her, Linda. I know you know this.
No, I don't know that one. I know the first two.
I hear Johnjay before Kyle for the steal.
Mission Impossible.
You guys give me the Mission Impossibles knowing I've never seen Mission Impossible.
Well, you better go see it then.
I don't want to watch it.
There's like,
Good. They're good movies.
there's like
actually.
6 of them.
You would enjoy.
Okay, over to you, Linda.
Yep.
Star-Lord.
Star Wars.
No. Star-Lord is the main character.
Oh,
Or Peter Quill.
Star-Lord. Oh, why didn't I get the first two? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Dang it.
Johnjay. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which makes you the winner of today's Blockbuster.
It does, damn right it does.
I
Don't
didn't
worry,
know that one
Linda.
either, Linda.
Don't worry, Linda. You can have the tickets.
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
So hold on the line. We'll set you up with tickets to go see Niall Horan.